Well, I've been in Florida pretty much my whole life, since I was a couple months old. I moved to South Florida and grew up there until I was about 13 years old, and then we moved up to the Stuart, Port St. Lucie area, and that's really where my love of fishing, fostered and developed in this area. It was funny. Every other weekend was at my dad's house, and he had a boat. So one day was spent fishing because I enjoyed fishing so much, and my brother enjoyed water skiing. So one day was skiing, and one day was fishing. Typically every other weekend, and that's kind of. I think my passion for fishing came from my father. I think we tend to, follow those same passions that our parents do, and it was one of those things that was always a recreation to me. And about 15 years ago, I turned it into a job. And some people say, well, that changes it for you. Once it becomes a job, it loses your love for it. But that's not necessarily true. I wake up every day. I'm a full-time guide. I wake up and take people fishing. I put them on the water, and it's not just the fish, it's not just the catching. It's about getting out there and experiencing a day on the water in this area. So what do you think? Head up to the bridges, fish the bridges for a while? Try to get that big fish?
Yeah, I think we start there early.
See what the tide's doing when we get up there?
Yeah, get a little sun on it and see where we're going.
I think the key is going to be these baits. These croakers are going to kill it. It's the bait of choice. It's not so much I can say, well, I love bone fishing and I live in Jensen Beach. You just can't do that. You have to adapt your fishing to wherever you fall. And this area, if you're going to inshore fish, the prize species is snook. I mean, we do have redfish, we do have, world record trout fishing as well, and tarpon fishing certain times of the year, but inshore, snook is the prized species. And you just have a tendency to go towards that. That's all I heard about growing up, in this area was the snook fishing, these giant snooks, snook. And it kind of gets in your head, you get that passion for it, and it's hard to explain. It kind of takes over, and you have this desire just to get a big snook. To me, it was always a snook over 40 inches. That was the goal, that was the desire. Join this 40-inch club.
There it is. This guy's gonna get bit.
He's gonna eat it. He's gonna eat it. Oh, he ate it. Is that him?
That's him, son. It's gonna be your dollar right here, boy.
Good one?
Nah, I don't think he's that big. He's not bad. That's slotty. Now, it doesn't count if you lose my fish. I still get the dollar. Oh. You have to grab them with those tender hands.
City hands!
Come on, I know you've been typing on the keyboard. Just grab that thing.
Counting money all it's alive.
Yeah.
And that's nothing compared to what's in there.
No, that's a little bit more like we're looking for.
Getting there.
Pretty fish.
Circle hook right in the top.
Where it's supposed to be. Very pretty fish.
We've lost a couple so far.
Yeah.
Top side slot, maybe over slot?
Yeah, I would say he's probably maybe top side slot, yeah. Beautiful fish though.
Nice.
Got a lot of nice colors in him.
They got lateral line, follow that up right to the head there. They use that to sense.
Yeah, that's how they see in the dark. We get that dirty water in the summertime. They still can see everything that's going on down there.
Big bucket mouth, suction feeder, ambush feeder. Look at that, we talked about that belly being flat right there.
Yep, yeah, they lay flat on the bottom. They got that rammed head so the current just goes over them. They see what they want.
They'll sit down there just like that.
Yeah, they see what they want, they come out and just pop it.
Eyes are high set.
They want to exert as little energy as possible.
Good job, brother. On the board. So far, I owe you $1.
On the board. That was a $1 fish. But that's not going to be the winner. What's your all-time favorite time of the year to snook fish?
Right now.
Right now, today.
Today.
Yeah. Get him out of there, boy. Did you pull a hook?
Matt's a great guy to hang out with. He's always got a joke. He's always cracking up and finding a way to bust on you. And that's what's fun. You know, that's the kind of camaraderie that you want. Those are the kind of fishing partners that you want. Those are the kind of people that you want to spend a day on the water with. It's about having a good time. It's not always so serious. If you get the fish, you get the fish. But he wants to put his best foot forward, and I do too as well. These are our home waters, and we know what's down there. We know the potential for this area. But to have him and somebody like him with his personality on the boat, it makes for a fun day on the water for sure. I got bit.
Get him out of there. Oh, sorry. Get him out, bud. What do you want me to do with the boat? Watch the boat, watch the boat. I got it. Bring him up. Oh yeah, that's better. I don't know if that's the tournament winner, but it's better.
That's my $1 right now.
I don't know if it's your $1, son. Oh, it's close. It's close, bud. It is close.
I know, we've hooked a lot bigger ones than that today.
Yes, we have.
Oh, God, everything you can do to just stop him to get out of there. And it's not even a giant one.
No.
Respectable fish, though.
Beautiful fish.
Look at the marks on where he got it in there. He got into the barnacles with his head.
Yeah. They're not afraid. They dig right in there. Whatever they can do to try to break you off, they'll do it.
Drag was locked all the way down.
Awesome, bud.
God.
Awesome. I mean, I think it's a 1/4 inch smaller than the fish I caught earlier, but it's pretty close. Beautiful fish.
God, I barely got him out of there, too.
You were dancing around, son.
Oh, God. I tell you, this is why I do what I do right here. This is the fish that hooked me, the snook. It's the one I probably fish for the most in this area. You know, guide full-time people on these fish, and it's just one of those fish that is just an incredible fighting fish, excellent eating. You know, ambush feeders. You see how hard they hit. That's why I have such a passion for these fish. You can have all the plans in the world of what you're going to do and direction you're going to go. It doesn't matter. That snook is going to dictate what's going to happen. A big snook is going to tell you the direction that you're going to go. You can break off time and time again, and it's no fault of what you're doing. It's just, that's how these fish are. That's what makes them so desirable to chase after, that they're so hard to get. They're in such tight structure. They're so strong a fish that you're not going to land every one you hook.
I'm Zach Judd with Florida Oceanographic Society. I am a lifelong angler and I'm a game fish biologist. So our part of Florida is world famous for our snook. We've got 5 different snook living in Florida, but the one everybody loves to chase is the common snook, Centropomus undecimalis. Snook are the ultimate ambush predator. They have fantastic vision and a great sense of feel. Their lateral line lets them pick up vibrations, and when they close in on their dinner, they use that giant mouth like a vacuum. Snook flare their gills, and a second later they open their mouth and a pile of water pours in and the prey comes along for the ride. It would be no problem for a snook to eat a fish 1/3 of its own length. One of the cool things about snook is they are all born as males, and as they grow, most of them transition to become females. So those big overslot snook that we're so gentle with and that we follow great catch and release handling practices with, those are almost all females, and those females are our source of offspring that'll keep our population sustained for years to come.
There's not many places in Florida that have the snook fishing that we do. Truly, I fish from one end of the state to the other, and I think we have some of the best snook fishing there is, not only as far as quantity of fish, but the quality of fish. This area holds a large number of very big snook. And you know what? A lot of people hook big snook, but landing them is a totally different story, because the habitat that these big snook like to sit in is filled with structure, and that structure will break you off more times than not. Well, growing up, we grew up on a whaler, a 17-foot Montauk Boston whaler that would beat your kidneys to death. And I remember many a day spent offshore with my dad thinking, you know what, we should not be out here in this thing. But we'd go out and, you know, we'd catch a bunch of fish, and having a boat was, you know, the natural thing for me. It was like having a car for most people. So just that passion for the outdoors, the passion for the water, drove me to want to have a boat, to have the ability to get out there and do these different things. I think you're about as eating it with snook fishing as I am.
Absolutely. I mean,
you see why? Look at this, look at this. I mean, every bait in there.
It is the fish that I'm bit. I'm bit, son, I'm bit.
Stop him! Oh, big fish! Big fish! Oh, I gotta give you the $1. Oh! Play with the rod now, play with the rod. Woo, that's why we've been breaking off. That's what's down there. Don't point the rod at him, don't point the rod at him.
You've got to be kidding me.
Don't point the rod at him. Did you see that fish come out of the
size of
water?
that fish?
Tail walk like a sailfish. That was high 40s. That thing tail walked to the boat.
That was awesome.
Wow.
Absolutely awesome.
I mean, I think the snook is that quintessential inshore fish because it's incredibly hard fighting fish. We're using 80-pound braided line, you know, 80 to 100-pound fluorocarbon leader, 2X hooks. This is the kind of tackle that you need to stop these fish. It takes an incredible amount of force to be able to land a fish of that size. So often you'll just get that one thump, and as soon as you go to set up, he's going the other direction.
That's the right one. That's a good one. Come on, get him up here, bud. This could be the one. This could be your $1.
That's my $1.
Son. That's your $1 there. That's your $1.
Stay up. It ain't in the boat yet.
No, it's not.
It ain't in the boat yet.
Ooh. It's a pretty fish.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Bring him over here. Nice and easy.
Oh, God.
I got him.
Oh, God.
He's hooked in the bottom of the mouth. Watch out.
Let's go.
I got him.
Those are the ones that we're looking for right there. Finally got him.
Yes, sir.
Look at that. Woo. That's a solid fish. Look how fat that fish is. Turn that side. Look at that, just the girth,
The girth on that, yeah.
God. All right, let's get her back down by the water.
Okay.
Let's get a quick measure on her. 40, at least 41 right there. 40.
Pinch the tail.
Over 42.
Nice.
Over 42.
Nice. That's a great fish. And that's exactly what we're fishing for today.
43.
And this is why I get up early in the morning.
Woo! That's the one you want, 40-inch
For
club.
sure.
Big mouth, bucket mouth. We call them bucket mouths, almost like a largemouth bass. Their jaws, lower jaw protrudes out from the bottom, and immediately you can tell that he's more of a, you know, rise up type of feeder. And when they flare those gills and that jaw opens up, they have the ability to take in, you know, a prey that the size, practically probably a third of their bodies. It's amazing the size of bait that these guys can eat. So just the mouth alone, the size of their head is probably, you know, at least a quarter length of their body. It tells you just, these are just, you know, strong, massive fish. Global satellite communication is something that's become very important to me. It allows me to stay connected through voice and digital data, regardless of my location. Having this technology allows me to stay in contact with my family. When traveling, I no longer have to think to myself, am I in an area with cellular and Wi-Fi coverage? It's not only a convenience to communicate regardless of your location, it also can be a necessity. And I consider this an insurance policy if something were to go bad. Network Innovation provides the products that I use, and they offer a wide platform of devices to cater to any of your needs. With this simple device, I have a hotspot to use my phone to send, receive text messages, make phone calls, or even get weather updates. But not only that, Network Innovations provides solutions to even allow you to stream 4K video out in the middle of the ocean or even on the most remote mountaintop. We have a lot of water in the Jensen Beach area, and because of that water, we have bridges. And that bridges is just artificial structure. It provides relief for the snook. It provides safety away from dolphin, where the dolphin can't get them. And what it also does is those pilings that are sitting down there, that breaks up the tidal flow. They can sit around those pilings, not do as much work, and actually have their dinner brought right to them. So they'll sit out of the current or just up current of a piling where the tide is broken and coming around them, and just wait for that bait to come to them. So all of these bridges are perfect ambush points. That's all they are. They're perfect ambush points for a lazy predator, which the snook is. He'll sit down there on the bottom, wait for the prey to come by, and then just ambush feed it. Oh, oh, oh. Yep. Here it goes. I got bit.
Did you? Get him out of there. Oh, nice fish. Look at that bait. Oh, did you see the bait?
Look at that bait.
That bait was awesome.
You threw the bait 30 feet in the air.
That was great.
Oh.
That fish is fighting harder than the last fish. Nice.
Oh, barely hooked.
Barely hooked. Bring him here.
Wow.
Nice
Dude,
fish, bud.
Every bait you throw in there, there
getting-
must be just a school sitting down
Pounded right now.
there. Every bait.
Pounded. Look how he's got a little gray on his bottom.
Oh yeah.
And his bottom fins are dark.
They'll take on the color of the water that they're in. You know, those beach snook will be real light.
Oh yeah. That's a pretty fish though.
River snook get nice and dark. Yeah, that's a overslot.
Over slot. That's what we came for.
Came pretty big. I mean, they are excellent eating. I maybe eat one or two a year. I'm not a big fish eater,
Nah.
which surprises people, but those are excellent eating fish.
I'm the same thing. Maybe one or two.
On the East Coast, that's 28 to 32 inches, and you're allowed to keep one. So pretty regulated. And they say they get that slot limit because half of them are males and half of them are females at that age. So you're taking half of each population. So interesting enough.
Yeah, we did learn today that they actually switch over in the slot.
That's right.
So when you catch those bigger fish, they're usually females.
That is probably a female. Let her go and you get one?
Yeah. Come on, man.
Sorry, brother. Snook have such a distinctive black lateral line that runs from the back of their eyeball all the way through their tail. And that's what they use to sense their prey, especially in low light and low visibility conditions, which we have here in the St. Lucie and Indian River bodies of water. These aren't the cleanest bodies of water. A lot of times they're turbid, but the snook have no problem finding that prey in that water.
Get him. Get him out of there. The snook. Come on, son. Force him up. The last squirrel. Oh, nice snook, nice snook. Nice snook, bring him in.
That's a lot of swirl, because that's a lot of fish.
Good boy.
God, that's a Snookasaurus.
I'll put the clamps on him. It's another good one.
Look at that thing in the water, dude.
Oh, it's massive.
Oh. Look at the head on that
head
thing.
on this beast. Gosh.
To go out to catch multiple fish over 40 inches is incredible. And that speaks volumes of the fishery in the Stuart area. We landed on an exceptional day. The bite was on fire. We had the right bait at the right place at the right time with the right tackle, and the moon, the stars, and everything lined up, and we were able to join that 40-inch club. And that's what a lot of my clients want to do. They want to come to this area. They see the posts, they see the imagery, and it's the elusive 40-inch snook that so many people desire to catch. This is where I got my start. This is what I'm known for. I'm comfortable here. But you know what? Now it's time to leave the comfort of home. It's time to leave the comfort of the fish that I know and to do something different, to try new waters and to go out there and see what else is discoverable, not just in Florida, but all over. You know, we no longer have borders. We can go anywhere and we can chase any kind of fish, and that's what I'm most excited about.